And I decided that perhaps we should take a search party with family and members of the community who are willing to and walk the properties just to make sure that something wasn't out there somewhere.
Did Dale participate in that?
He did not.
That was Greg Hardy, Dee Warner's brother and the final witness in the trial we've covered since the very beginning. This is a case we've been tracking for years, and now the Dale Warner murder trial enters a critical phase today as attorneys for both sides lay out their closing arguments. Prosecutors say Warner killed his wife Dee back in 2021, then hid her body inside a fertilizer tank on his property, and that's where investigators found her more than 3 years later. Our Melissa Andrews is covering the trial live in Lenawee County now and has been since the very beginning. Melissa, prosecution has wrapped up closing arguments. Now it's the defense's turn. What can you say about closing arguments so far?
Well, prosecutor Jackie Wise took about an hour and a half to let the jury know exactly how she says Dale Warner carried out the murder and disposed of Dee Warner. There was a packed courtroom this morning with many more family and friends that we've seen. Jackie Wise told jurors the case comes down to control, deception, and a carefully planned cover-up. She says in the months leading up to her disappearance, Dale Warner obsessively tracked Dee, checking her Cadillac location more than 2,000 times and keeping handwritten maps of where she went. Witnesses had testified that he asked others to help him secretly monitor Dee, installing a GPS tracker in her car and even attempting to clone her phone. The state says the marriage was deteriorating and Dee planned to confront Dale about the divorce the night she vanished. On the morning of April 25th, prosecutors say Dee never left her house alive. They pointed to phone data showing her phone stopped communicating with cell towers around 7:14 that morning near the farm's spray barn. Investigators believe Dale used a front loader to move her body and hide it in a safe inside that barn.
Dale Warner pulls his JCB up to those back doors and loads his wife's body into that bucket. The vehicle's being unlocked. We know Dee Warner kept her purse locked in her vehicle. Dale Warner says it himself on April 25th to Austin Hall. She keeps her car locked. She was looking for her keys. It's locked. Everything's a secret. Her purse has never been found.
Now, later that day, surveillance video shows Dale gathering tools, including an angle grinder and welding equipment, and spending more than 2 hours inside that spray barn. Prosecutors say that is when he cut open and welded shut that anhydrous ammonia tank. Investigators eventually discovered Dee Warner's remains in that tank at another property in 2024. Prosecutors say that was the final step in a years-long effort to hide this crime. They also pointed to suspicious behavior, again tracking her and telling police various stories about whether she left town or not and whether he believed she was having an affair or not. They say this all points to Dale Warner murdering his wife, Deanne Warner. We are on a break right now for lunch. The defense will present its closing arguments coming up after lunch. We'll get started earlier than normal, around 1 o'clock. The prosecution will have an opportunity to offer a rebuttal. So we still don't know whether the jury will actually get the case today, because the judge also has to make some jury instructions, and we expect that to take about 45 minutes to an hour. Reporting live in Adrian, Melissa Andrews, WTOL 11.